Okay, so this is just a simple drill with winter coming up that you can do at home, and is really aimed at it's not for everybody. It's aimed at the person who generally slices the ball, loses the ball to the right, or would hit the odd pull in there. But I definitely think in a way it can help everyone because it's an idea that needs to be there for consistent striking. So the concept of what I'm trying to get through is the hand path and how the hands move throughout the golf swing, or the plane the hands swing on. Generally, for most club golfers, should be aiming to kind of get it on one plane, in my opinion. There are players out there that do it slightly differently. Jim Furyk is an example who, on the way back would have a hand path that's more outward away from the ball, but on the way back down creates depth with the left arm, the lead arm, and obviously does a very good job of it. But you can go around the houses forever. We're just trying to make the game simple, and for me, this should help most people. So as the club moves back and the lead arm sits parallel to the ground on the way back, I've just drawn a blue circle around where his hands are. Okay, up to the top on the way back down, and you can see that the hands pretty much, this isn't the best example if I'm being really honest because it's not a fixed camera, but you get the concept of the hand path really traveling up and down, certainly at that point on one plane line, or they return on the way back and on the way down they return back into roughly the same position. Okay, the plane line of the shaft, if you like, is slightly different. So again, you'll generally see on the way back with a better player, the shaft is steeper on the way back, and on the way down, the centre of mass of the club, or the balance point, or just call it the golf club head, will lay back. So you can see it different. The changing plane lines of the shaft will change, but the hand path is very much the same. I see a lot of people who are trying to create a rightward path or draw the ball where they're pulling the club down, or they're trying to have even more lead arm depth than that. Their hands on the way down end up over here. The common misconception, sort of pulling down on the toilet chain. Generally, you tend to see people steepen the shaft by doing that movement. Okay. So I've just drawn my interpretation of a table on the left hand side here, and just giving you the idea of the hands moving back. So when my lead arm, my left arm's parallel to the ground on the way back, my hands are pretty much opposite the chest, and then on the way back down I return it back to the same position. And because the table is here in my mind, okay, I'm not going to move my hands more into a outward position here, because if I do, I'm going to hit the table. Okay, so it encourages you to get your hand path moving up and down on the same plane line. That doesn't mean the shaft's going to be exactly the same position, because for most good players it's not, it's shallower, but certainly creating some lead arm depth in the golf swing is a huge part of striking the ball consistently. Okay, this is a great example of someone who came a couple of weeks ago who didn't have any lead arm depth, but still played to a reasonable standard, pulled off 8. Okay, you can see that Paul swings back and the hands are in a good position, but on the way down he loses all that and creates an extremely leftward path. Okay, because he loses his lead arm depth. So we gave Paul the drill to do, and you can see the difference that this made. So I'll just draw this stick in. We use this as well. We use this stick just to give him the feeling as well, so it's kind of the same concept. The hands aren't moving out as much, but you can see the difference to where he is on the way down now. Okay, so we go lead arm parallel to the ground. Just do one more. Versus the one on the right. Okay, just from changing the depth and the lead arm. So you can see I've given you the drill. I gave the drill to this individual person, and you can see for yourself the results that he's got. Is this a perfect golf swing? No. Is there still things that are wrong? Yes. But what you're looking for when you come for a golf lesson is to get better pretty much straight away. I don't care what anyone says. If you can get better straight away, you're going to enjoy it more, and that again for most people is the bottom line. Any questions whatsoever, just post below. More than happy to try and answer those.